The ETF MSTY is one of the most insane investment opportunities out there right now. MSTY. A lot of people call it MSTY. They are buying covered calls of MSTR, which was formerly MicroStrategy. Now it is Strategy. They are the largest holder of Bitcoin. Why is MSTY an insane investment right now? Well, because it's paying practically 10% dividend every month on the first of each month, some months a few days before the first of the month. And as Bitcoin will probably fly up through the end of the year, the conservative estimates is $180 a Bitcoin, maybe even more in the 2 to 250 range. That is going to cause some insane dividend payments from MSTY because of the fact that MSTR is probably close to the bottom and is going to fly to new high levels as well. So anyway, got another channel by, shout out to Andriy Bolokin. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. First name is Andriy. Last name is Blokhin. Props to his channel. Summarizing a lot of the technical information, and I'll jump in here and there to kind of give you my opinion. And also, just a quick plug, I'm always working with a handful of entrepreneurial type people, or people who want to start a business. I have started many businesses and helped others start businesses. I have a very simple process for anyone with good credit, no matter where you are in the country. If you have good credit, you can convert that into side income that in 2 or 3 years can supplement your income. And if you choose, you could work from home and, start multiple businesses, be semi-retired, etc. If you're interested in that, feel free to leave a comment and we can start a conversation. Or if you're seeing this on X, send me a message on X and we can continue the conversation. Let's jump into it.
Do it is converted into Bitcoin because Bitcoin's going up more than 100% a year. Cash is debasing at 15% a year.
First, they started small and acquired about $250 million worth of Bitcoin. At that time, the idea of holding Bitcoin on corporate balance sheets seemed radical. Bitcoin institutional acceptance was minimal compared to what it is now, but in hindsight, it was genius. At first, MicroStrategy or Strategy used its own cash to buy Bitcoin, but after initial success, when Bitcoin price spiked over 5 times, Saylor got a new idea. Why not raise even more equity as well as debt and use leverage?
So long story short, guys, is they keep borrowing more and more money because Bitcoin is providing crazy returns way higher than whatever the cost of raising more money is. And so they are by far the largest Bitcoin holder by it's like 10x or 100x. It's something insane. Way, way bigger than anyone else that even comes close.
36,000 Bitcoins to date. It is worth over $70 billion as we speak. Over half of this entire Bitcoin pot got purchased in the last year alone.
So that's like half of the ETF market for Bitcoin derivatives right now. And then another way to put that in perspective is last week, the first week of October 2025, was the largest inflow into Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs since they've been keeping track. It was something like, it was like $5 or $6 billion. I think we're about to have another run up here big time. Obviously everything here is aside from some massive fallout in our economy type thing. But even with that, even when things are bad, people seem to tend to invest in Bitcoin, and when things go down, Bitcoin goes down way less.
And that's where Bitcoin Treasury infinite money glitch comes into play. It's an engineering term and it's not really a glitch or infinite at all.
So Bitcoin treasuries are now, I believe there's 170, soon to be 200 Bitcoin treasury companies where they're just buying more and more Bitcoin, knowing that it's going up more than any other asset whatsoever in the world.
Rather, it's a flywheel effect. Strategy continuously raises capital to buy Bitcoin. For example, first they issue debt, preferred shares or equity, and then they take those proceeds and invest it in Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin price climbs, they can raise even more capital and buy more Bitcoin, and so on. At the end of the day, Bitcoin treasury companies all share one and the same feature, and that is leverage that they use to buy Bitcoin. So even Michael Saylor himself acknowledged and said once that strategy basically turned into a spot Bitcoin ETF with a leverage. If we look at Strategy's balance sheet, it has a fair amount of debt. Most of it sits in convertible bonds and preferred shares. The good thing about convertible bonds is their convertibility. Also, they come with minimal interest rates. On top of it, at this point, most of them are convertible to MSTR stock, and they trade like MSTR stock.
Yeah, so we're off in the weeds here a little bit. So bottom line is MSTR and MSTY are a lot of people are speculating, including myself, towards the bottom. MSTY right now is like $13.50, $14. The lowest I've ever seen it, I think, was $12.95, something like that. And you're going to get a dollar each month, possibly $2, $3, $4 a month off of that, which is just an insane return.
Some years could be bad, some could be good. All depends on the demand side for Bitcoin, since its supply is pretty much fixed at this point. There's one important metric that strategy investors often use to assess, but not perfect.
All right, guys, so here's a chart showing the separation between Strategy's price and the Bitcoin price. And so last year, 2024, Strategy was the only stock that beat Bitcoin returns. Now this year, Bitcoin's going to be up a lot and Strategy's going to be down. So the idea is when Bitcoin goes up, Strategy is going to go up more than Bitcoin goes up. When it goes down, it's going to go down more. So just keep that in mind. This is not a buy and hold. This is an active, you got to look at it, probably at least once a month, obviously, when your dividends come in. But you're talking a strategy here where you're like, okay, you can get in for $15 a share. I think anything under 20 is a crazy good deal. It could easily double to 30, even 40, 50, 60 bucks here in the next 3 months as Bitcoin flies up once again.
Perfectly. The correlation since August 2020 has been roughly 0.5. That's not a lot. A lot of times other factors were at play here. On top of that, there are other Bitcoin treasury players out there. They popped up like mushrooms after the rain. But none of them so far can compare to Strategy's size and scale. As it stands now, Strategy is the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin with 3% share. For comparison, Bitcoin ETFs hold about 7% of all Bitcoin potential supply. Public, private, and mining companies, including Strategy, hold about 7%. The max Bitcoin supply is, of course, 21 million coins. But keep in mind that there's a lot of lost or unrecoverable Bitcoins sitting in wallets. Some people just forgot their passwords. The lost Bitcoin amount could be 10% or even more of the total supply by some estimates. Okay, so that was a bit of a lengthy digression on Strategy, but it's an important one. You must be bullish on Bitcoin long term, otherwise there's no point of investing in MSTR or MSTY. Also, you must have at least some faith in Strategy's financial engineering, and it's a bit...
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up there, guys. But I think it's really hard to go wrong, even on a down market on MSTY right now. So anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know. And again, if you're interested in starting a conversation on supplementing your income and exceeding your income in a short period of time, like 2 or 3 years, let me know. We can start the conversation and see if we'd be interested in working together. Leave a message down below, or send me a direct DM on X. Have a great day.